Second thoughts on what you want to do for a career. Virgos, that's what I'm seeing in these cards. The Seven of Cups with the Nine of Wands. This is like, what do I want to do when I grow up? But it's second thoughts on it. We're not sure anymore that maybe what we wanted before is still what we want. Why? Because looking down here, I've got the Magician reversed with the Two of Cups. Have I been brainwashed? Am I doing this for someone else because someone else has kind of like manipulated me to think this is what I want? You know, I'm getting vibes maybe like a parent. For some of you, maybe a parent has kind of like instilled this desire into you, and it's not even really what you wanted. Maybe your family's had a lot of doctors, and you grew up kind of almost just assuming that you want to be a doctor. This is just one example. And well, now you're actually stopping to think, wait, is this even what I want to do? Because now I'm thinking maybe it was just coercion, maybe it was just something that was instilled in me. But the Magician's reversed. It's not healthy. The Magician being reversed is not what we truly desire for ourselves. The Two of Cups is the desire for someone else here. So let's pull some more oracle cards and see if we can find out a little more. On the bottom, I have the Princess, which speaks of growing up. The Princess is youth, and the Seven, which is right underneath the Princess, is time. So we are talking about growing up, and I think this is part of growing up, is figuring out that maybe what you wanted to do before is not what you want to do anymore. That wasn't your own true desire, that was somebody else's desire. Because the universal hexagram is also spirituality. So the universal hexagram being here tells me that you guys are now a little bit wiser, and you're able to discern the things that maybe are your own desires from the things that were instilled into you from the outside, society, family, etc. So Capricorn here is just re-emphasizing the fact that we're talking about a long-term career, goals, in fact, because the door is right under it. So the door is something that is going to open up for us later on. It is like the plan or the goal. It's not what's happening now. This is a long-term career goal that you're reconsidering, because looking at these two cards down here, we have the universal hexagram. That is your spiritual blueprint. That is your higher calling. And then on the other side, I have the Chariot, which is the way you've been brought up. So we have these two things that now we are learning to we're kind of balancing those, right? Nature versus nurture. What is your true blueprint, what you're meant to do, versus what you were grown up to kind of like, the path you were kind of nurtured to follow by maybe your family. Society has kind of implanted this desire saying, oh yeah, you should follow this path. This is what you should do. This is what you want to do. And you kind of went along with it up until now. I have some advice. So Two of Pentacles and Judgment is telling me the advice is to speak up and change your plan. Because your desire, Knight of Cups, really, you have changed. You've changed on the inside. You've become a more complicated person. Maybe you even understand yourself more. You have more complexity. The Knight of Cups is about complexity. So it's like you're a more complex person, and this previous goal that you had doesn't match up with the person you are now. So change your goal, Two of Pentacles with the Judgment, to match who you are now, the complexity of you as a person. Two of Swords is also speak up on it, right? So it may be time to actually say, I don't want to do this anymore. I want to do this now. I mean, maybe you guys this is just as simple as you guys wanted to change your major. You're in college and you want to change your major, right? You've been thinking about that. Or it could be like a whole career path. It could be, the other advice for Virgo. All right, so this explains the previous advice. It's like the reason why you're supposed to speak up and tell people is because, looking at these four cards down here, everyone's going to support you in the change to your plans, because everyone wants you to be happy. That's Gemini in the number 6. Your friends, your family, they want you to be happy. So the fact that you're changing your path, changing your major, whatever it is, they're going to support you. So it seems like you have good people around you with the number 6 too, and it may be a good time to get their feedback on this. Talk to them about it. That is the Knight with the ear, is get their feedback. The ear is have somebody listen to you, right? The ear. And you know what? It's going to really help you gain perspective. You're going to get a lot of support from these people, and they might even have good advice for you, because I have the Cave here. The Cave is about finding out new information, right? Exploring a cave. So these people who you talk to might have insights for this new path that you are thinking about taking, this new career goal that you're thinking about kind of directing. All right, Virgos, that is your reading. Thank you all so much for being here. If this did resonate, don't forget to like the video and follow the channel.